So, you want to be a mushroom hunter? Ha. This is the kind of stuff that you need to be up here early. Nobody's going to tell you. You know, you may hear or watch, obviously with the internet and stuff, people can be saying they're finding mushrooms and all that. It's different and whatever. I know in the east right now they're picking mushrooms. The Morels have been on. Our area up here, we have not. We're up here just kind of getting a feel of the roads and everything like that. We're in our little green machine, and we're about to the end of the road up here as far as, we can get up in here. This is just a two-wheel drive. We do have a four-wheel drive that we use to mushroom hunt and get wood, but we just wanted to give you a taste of the conditions. You've got to be up here early. We're in the Pacific Northwest. It's been the craziest winter ever, and I've said it before in my past videos that you want it to be, in the 60s during the day and lows 40s at night, and we're still getting, I think tonight's supposed to be 29 degrees, so it's still too cold. We're not even finding LBMs, little brown mushrooms. We haven't found any LBMs yet this year. We've found, one patch of oysters and
pig ear.
Yeah, and pig ear. Miss Kitty found a small patch of pig ears yesterday, and we're out here every day. And we'll be out here every day till the end of morel season now. So, other we're going to cut asparagus on Friday, because it's on too. But anyway, I'm going to go over in the next video. We just wanted to do this introduction video of, and show the kind of stuff. You need to be out here doing the footwork. You can't rely on the internet and anybody to tell you. There is some reports and stuff on there that you can watch that are pretty interesting on YouTube, but it's just like anybody, man. Just like I'm not going to tell you where my patch is. It's and you'll know when they're on in my area because I'll be doing videos of them. But other than that, so we'll put a video together of what you should have with you when you take off hiking. Hunt the south-facing hillsides first part of the year, and then you can move into the others, as the season goes on. But that's where we stay completely on south-siding slopes right now. So we'll do that in the next video. Is there something else you're thinking? All right, we'll see you on this next little segment. All right, so now we're gonna do a little segment because, man, first I'm gonna tell a little story. Is yesterday we were actually out down treasure hunting and get a text with some pictures of TNT and the kids out morel hunting, and lo and behold, little TNT, he's 2, he'll be 3 in June, and they were walking through mushroom hunting, morel hunting, and they hear TNT's walking behind him, and they hear him, and he's saying, mail, mail, mail. And they turn around, they're all, Morel? And he's all, yeah, man. And they come over, and sure enough, man, he had found a little clump of morels. And so TNT, little Timothy Tucker, my grandson, found the first morel this season, so that's awesome. That's my boy. Proud bumper. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go over some stuff, man, that you should have. Sometimes, depending on what patch we're at, we have probably, I don't know, at this point right now, probably 8 or 10 patches. We try to find more patches every year, so that way you can jump around, man, and let the ones, keep going and farm some and all that. But anyway, so some of the ones that we know that that we're just going to go in and, maybe a mile trip and back to the truck, we won't carry all this. But then some of them, man, we hike in for a good hike. And we always, me and Kitty both always have a walking stick. These ones, I'm actually going to make us some new ones. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but I do the morel on the top. I've sold some of them. So always have, man, even if you just pick something up, because, man, when you're doing over logs and everything, man, it's so nice to have a good walking stick. Always make sure you got your keys in your pocket. And then the cell phone, which I haven't done much. Kevin D's trying to get me to, he put an app on my phone and stuff where I can put pins you know, on our, I think he's just trying to find my patches, where you can put pins on your patches. And we did one down there. He put the app on and we started pinning our asparagus down there, which we got to get down and pick some more asparagus too. So man, and the cell phone, you know, just in case something happened, you might be able to get it there. There's no signal up here, but you might be able to
and you can also use it to take pictures of specimens that you want to research when you get home.
Got,
that's what I do. That
mushroom pictures. You know, I carry the Ion camera in my pocket, so I can use it to do that. And then with the pins and something, I don't know if it's just, I've just always had a it just comes natural. And my memory ain't so good on all the other stuff, man, but when it comes to the mountains and all the, you know, fishing holes, all that, where I found, man, I could walk you up to our patch up here and I could show you where I found what mushroom, how many were there, you know, and all that. Same with fishing holes and stuff like that. So I don't know, I guess it's just something to do with the mountain blood. And then to get you a couple of, we have tons of these. We've actually have a whole backpack, our other books and stuff that we've obviously misplaced, but these, I don't know why I'm doing that right now, but it's inside out. But these, what do you call this?
Fabric mesh.
Or, yeah. But these mesh bags are the best, man. Do not use plastic. I watch some of these videos out there and they're putting them in plastic bags, man. That is a big no-no.
Oh, no, no, no.
No, and these mesh bags, man, they keep them, you know, you're spreading the spores as you're walking through. Man, it keeps them real good. You know, once it gets, I mean, we've came back with one that size, just, you know, basically two-handed packed full, you know, and you don't want to squish them, so kind of spread them out. But get yourself a good mesh bag, man. You can find these things at yard sales, thrift stores, you know, all that. I think we usually pick them up for a quarter, 50 cents or $1 or so. Mm-hmm. Always have a good hat. You know, there's Miss Kitty's hat there. But man, make sure you got yourself a good hat, and something about, you know, like a cowboy hat and stuff. And one of the reasons I wear them, you know, is, man, when you're going through brush, you can just put your head down, you know, and you can kind of go through it and just, and so I prefer, you know, Kitty's got a cowboy hat. She just don't really wear them too much. And then make sure you got a good book. And I actually had to get on and email a couple of people because they were wondering about, they'd asked about what book, because I actually got my grandpa's in here. And then, I mean, we've got other, you know, I mean, this is just, Kitty brings a library. But this here is my original one that I grew up. You know, man, great pictures, everything. This is a old, you know, this is Grandpa Kent's from 1979 till 1993. I wrote all that in there because Kevin D and the kids always want me to write things of whose is what and all that stuff. Obviously, you know, this was passed down to me. And so get yourself a good mushroom book. I mean, we got everything from common plants. It's the Seven Devils Mountains.
Another one in that pocket that's a real good.
We can't, you know, like I said, and this is nothing. Usually Kitty's got, and she's probably got it in here, is a backpack. Just, I mean, we got so many, you know, for edible stuff. But the main thing, if you're mushroom hunting, have a mushroom book. You know, you don't have to carry the library. I always laugh at it. But we don't carry all those. We carry the mushroom book in our backpack. We don't carry the whole library. You know, you try to keep light, you know, man. That's most of the time, both of us are like this, you know, with our bag. You know, and then I carry one of these water bottles, these stainless, man. You can pick these things up. I buy them, like I said, secondhand, man, yard sales, swap meets, thrift stores, but stainless. You know, you'll get you a stainless one, man. I just put it in my back pocket when we're out. Something else you need, man, it's always good to have a pair of sunglasses, you know, just in case, man, it's sunny and bright. And then, of course, you got to have a good knife. This one's actually sold the one I was planning on using for the season, but this one's still on listed. But a good sharp knife. Obviously, you don't need to have, you know, this one's a pretty good
overkill.
Yeah, overkill, you know,
That's
so
okay.
I can carry that in my back pocket for getting mushrooms. Have yourself some mosquito spray. You know, we don't, the kind that we buy when we have to buy it new is what's that one stuff called, man? It's more of a natural, yeah, it ain't got the stuff, but man, with all the the diseases and everything, mosquitoes and ticks and all that stuff carry, you know, and you got the DEET, which is not good for you either, but man, which, you know, pick your poison, I guess. But we use the DEET mostly around our pant legs. You know, we try not to put too much of this on our skin, and then she's got some other stuff that we rub on our skin, but make sure you have some good insect repellent. This one, obviously, you can see it's old. We pick these up at yard sales, thrift stores, all that is, man. I check and make sure it sprays. I pay 50 cents, man. It's 3/4 full. And then this is our little snack bag. This we don't carry out. Well, we'll throw some snacks in, but most of the time we just leave it in the truck.
Yeah.
But we carry this even when we're going treasure hunting. You know, you get yourself some granola bars, man, some crackers, and got seeds down there, and usually got nuts. And then throw a little licorice in for a little sugar boost.
Couldn't find any dried fruit.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That's what we prefer.
Once we start picking all that stuff. And this is the little cold pack. This is what we'll eat before we go. We just have our
yogurts.
Some yogurts, man. We have some yogurts and granola before we head out. I'll actually show this, man. This is awesome. We have it's a rain jacket, and it folds up into its own pocket. And we love these things. We always carry those in our, you know, if there's a chance. Like just a minute ago, it was actually hailing and pretty dang cold up here today, actually. So that, do yourself something to get out of the wind and rain and everything. Man, I carry a pistol everywhere. So I always carry a gun, because we do have a, well, bears don't bother me, you know, the wolves or I have some family and friends that have had some issues with the wolves tracking them and stuff, you know, and I mean, I have no desire really to shoot a wolf or a dog or whatever, but it's nothing else, man. You know, it's good to have protection with you. And then have and snakes. We've got a lot of rattlesnakes.
Yeah, snakes are big.
And then a good quality, this is my backpack, good quality backpack. You know, to carry all your stuff. Like I said, we don't carry the packs. If we get into some mushrooms in this video, the patch that we're doing today, we don't get, like I said, we only get about a mile away from the truck, so we don't carry the whole packs and everything. And that's something I do, you know, some people won't understand or whatever, but I carry a patch of tobacco because, you know, I'm really into the Native American way of life, and I always give thanks to the Mother Earth for her bounty. So that's my own little thing, and you know, you take it with that. But so now I'm gonna throw all this stuff back together, and we're gonna head up that mountain right there.
You've got one important thing.
Oh shoot! It must have, yeah, good hiking boots.
Ankle support is really important.
You could have took your shoes off and had them sitting there on that thing.
I could have, but then it would have been cold on my toes.
Oh, and a good dog. It's always good to have a good dog. And then actually after Kai, you know, when he's bigger and stuff like that, because like when we had Coot and Samson and stuff like that, you know, you don't have to worry so much about the critters or the wolves and all that messing with you as much as you just slide along, but they keep them. That or they'll eat your dog. But I guess better they eat your dog than you, maybe.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna head out and see if we can find some mushrooms. All right, so you guys look right here. And spot, yes, Mr. Hillbilly found the first one of the year. Besides TNT. But if you look in there real close, do you see it?
She's a beauty.
She's a beauty. First one of the year. Good little size. I'm so excited. It's finally on. Keep Kai.
Stay back.
So when we cut them, you know, a lot of people pinch them and all that. I can't stand when people just pinch them. Get back. What we do is get down to about the base. Cut them like that. Look at that. Woo. First one of the year.
Go ahead and let him smell it.
Smell that. Find that.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you be eating that. All right, man. Well, that knife's nice for it too. It's first anything I've cut with this since I made it. And man, it was smooth. All right, let's find some more. And anytime you find it, man, make sure
look
everywhere, because normally when there's one, there's more. Oh, buddy. So happy to have found. Is that a pig ear? Look at these, man. I got false morels just everywhere. Huh? Oh, that is. You can eat pig ear. Oh, yeah, the whole clump of it coming up. Something else I was going to show on these bags. You see how the Miss Kitty's has got the where it looks more like morel. I never finished this one, but see how I can use the little tab here, and then it hangs my bag, and then I'll just kind of hold the string so it don't beat the heck out of my morels. Yeah, I said, are you getting snowed on, Miss Kitty?
Yes, I am getting snowed on. Do I care?
Not now that I found a morel. You're on it. Got to find enough for dinner. But it's snowing up there. This is pretty dang, still pretty cold to be finding some, but a morel is where you find it and when you find it. Kind of like gold. Look at all the, here's a whole, probably 200 little magic brown mushrooms. Yeah. Take a little trip with me. We'll take you on a little trip. And they start right here, and there's a hole. Hey, get out of there! Don't you be, hey! And that dog will start seeing colors and tripping out. But they start right there, and they go up and around that bush. Go up there, and look right here. Right here.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually pig ears. That looks like pig ears. There's there, and then there's another zillion of them over there.
I can see them all the way up in there.
There's a bunch of, what it is, it's a bunch of cow crap right there. And it is snowing. What you think of that, Kai? He's never seen it. Morel hunting in the snow. Just to show how crazy the weather is, and I think I've showed it on other mushroom hunting videos, but this little canopy here, all this little buckbrush here, when we're morel hunting, usually this whole thing is all leafed out, and man, you can't even see down the ground, and you just kind of move them and you'll find, man, but this patch right here, I've found at one time probably 30, 40, 50 mushrooms right here. But I mean, it doesn't even have things haven't even started to leaf yet. This weather, man, it's some crazy. I mean, usually we're getting mushrooms I said the last 2 years on the 18th of April. And here we are, the 27th. My sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Karina Star. Here we are, the 27th, and found one, kids found a few, and I mean, this stuff isn't even, spring hasn't even really begun yet. I sure hope it gets here soon. It ain't getting no better. Unbelievable. Definitely, awe-inspiring. Look at that. Wow. But right there, and oh, there's 1, 2 more there. 1 more there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Yeah. I just got probably a patch of about a dozen. And the funny thing is, come here. What? Oh, 2 more there. Dude, we're in a hole. Yep. They're little ones, but we're in a patch right here. And the funny thing is Miss Kitty, because what we yell when we see him is Shazam. She's seen that one, hollered Shazam, and she's all the way over there, as you can see. And she's all stopped, and when I stopped and looked back, I thought she was talking about the one right there, and then I pointed at it, and she's all, no, over there. So, anyway, we're in a patch here, so we're going to have to pull out the knife and cut some. And we're still on the patch. We're at got quite a few small ones, but we're trying to get some for dinner. We haven't had them for a while. This one's pretty alright. Normally that's about as small as would cut them, but like I said, we had some had 2 jars that went bad over the winter, so we haven't had none since December. Oops. Oh, I just see a couple more. See, now there's a baby. Right here. You gotta be real careful. This is see, now that one, I'll let that one go, farm it. Yeah. Well, all we gotta say is our theory of forever we've been saying, for years we've been hunting mushrooms, which is stay. We've been saying, and we've always found that, 40s at night, 60s during the day. Well, we have not had that weather. It's snowing on us right now. We used to actually hunt morels 20 years ago and would sell them and stuff. And this year is being completely different. And
this is why you start early.
Yeah, that's why you start looking early. You just never know. Like I said, they're just like gold, man. They are when and where you find them, and we're probably getting close to 100 so far. So I'm gonna pick these ones. Fatty. Oh yeah.
I'll go let you harvest these ones. I'm gonna step up and
all right. Look out, Kai. He's doing pretty good, but he scares us. Cooter was the worst. Another fatty one right there. You crazy dog. He did. He bit at it.
Did he?
Yet. Stay. Got to teach him. Got to teach him.
It's the perfect size right
there. Yeah, that one's nice. You can put it in front of the camera's going.
It is going?
Me too.
See, that's a nice one there.
Yeah, see, Kai tried to take a bite out of that one there. See, and these, this is a good eating size. Cook that baby up, man. Woo! One thing we try to do out in the field is get all the dirt and stuff off of them here.
Before you put it in the bag, that way you're not getting...
Yep, so yeah, ain't getting it. That way the dirt in the bag, it don't get in the gills and everything. And then we always cover up our cut-offs. That's a good little patch right there. We're still going. Look at that. This is one of my, right here, one of my favorite patches. Last year I got probably 40 or 30 or 40, maybe even 50. Just right here, man. They were clumped up crazy. But yes, it's so awesome. Sit, guy. Sit. Stay. Over there. Kitty's cut one over there. Kai's doing pretty good. I'd actually have to say, as a weeks old puppy, he no better than Kate. Stay. All right, I gotta cut this. All right, another little patch.
Yeah, that's exactly where.
Found all them. There's another clump right there. See right there. Watch where you're walking, because they're just pushing up through the. You see that whole clump right there? Actually, there's two clumps right there, and then there's another one out. Yep, in the front of it too. See the other one peeking up through the pine needles?
Front, your front? Oh, right here.
No, that one I didn't even see that one. Nope, in front of that, farther up. Watch where you're stepping. You're stepping on. Okay, now back, slowly. Stop. Right there, below that stick is one.
Okay,
Yep.
no.
Yeah, but I'd be careful stepping. Oh, look at this. Here I am telling you to be careful.
Yeah.
I almost stepped on that.
Yeah.
I already stepped on one today. It's so easy to do. Which ones? That clump? These here? I'm taking these. I've been farming a bunch of little ones. But this, I mean, this size here is good. Oh,
Yeah.
There's another one peeking up right there. They're everywhere. I see more over there too. I'm telling you, man, this is, as far as everything we've been preaching for years, all went out the window as far as temps. Better look around more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh? We'll farm a couple of these and cut a couple. So when I say farm them, what we like to do is usually stick a little bit of something over it, kind of like this, just to help and shade it a little bit. That way if something steps on it, it shouldn't hurt them. You know. And of course, other people come along and find them sometimes, but that's alright. Plenty for everybody. Plenty for everybody.
Yep.
Yep, you got it.
And then there's...
Hey, what do you use? You ain't using one of our knives?
Pack one for me. I'm using my backup.
Right there. This thick stuff, boy, you gotta make sure you ain't stepping on the babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sure there's more right here. Oh, yep, there's one right there. 8 under that little tree.
Did you get that one?
I found that.
Oh, look what I got.
Oh, nice.
Those are houndstone.
Yeah, that's the pits. Yeah, they are. I'm probably leaning on one too. See that snowflake just hit that? Yeah, we're trying. Huh?
Oh, that nice.
Oh, the snow, yeah, the snow. I just watched the snowflake hit it. It was pretty cool. But yeah, we're trying to leave, but we gotta get home and get some work done. Cook some lunch. Morels for lunch. Man, I have to say, me and Miss Kitty were just saying, this is the first time in 27 years of picking together that we've ever been snowed on like this. Maybe a little snow and rain mix, but dude, it is. It's like Christmas time out here. So here's gonna show the difference in a false morel, calf brain, false morel. The ones I've been pointing out for the few days. Yeah, beefsteak, whatever you want to call it. And then there is the gold. It's got snow on it. There's the gold, man. So I'm going to show you the difference when you cut them.
Do they have to be that color?
Huh?
Do they have to be those colors?
No, they can be different colors. But I won't even use my forging knife to cut. I'll use an old buck. But they're, which is actually, this isn't the greatest example of it, because man, you get the bigger ones, but see how solid it is? And look at this beauty. There's the gold. There is the gold. So man, see, that's how we dry them. That baby's going to dinner tonight. But then see how they're solid, and actually the bigger ones you get, they'll be even more solid. It's solid all the way down. Nastiness. So that's how you tell the difference between a morel and a false morel. So we're gonna go home and get some work done, and we'll be eating morels for the next couple of days, and we'll put the I'll write in the count on them at the end, because we're gonna, man, it's cold out here. Me and Miss Kitty's freezing, so we're gonna get home and then we'll count them when we get home.